Let me read some of his statistics. You guys probably know who he is. He is the Tonight Show writer, multiple winner of several LA Comedy Awards, the star of Drinking and Beer and Smoking Cigarettes, and ladies, he's an ex-male stripper. The one, the only, Perry Kurtz!
I think that's enough. Some of you are still eating. All right, give yourselves a round of applause. Let's hear for you guys being here tonight. Great crowd. Glad you guys are here. And for all the comedians, you've had what? I think we had a comedian for every member of the audience tonight. Let's hear for all of them. Put your legs together, your feet in the air when you're coming through. I want to thank all my friends for sitting up front. This is very nice. I appreciate that. First of all, I want to clear things up. I know I look familiar. I'm not Larry King's retarded cousin. I'm also not Billie Jean King. And I'm not a 10-year-old boy with proteinuria. So I want to get that right away. But I'm a lot different than most of the comics you've seen tonight. First of all, I've been married to the same woman for 21 years in Los Angeles, 21 years in a row in Los Angeles, in a row. And usually it's weird. You can say it because usually when I say that people applaud, and it's usually women that applaud, and I can't tell if they're really happy for me or just glad I'm off the fucking street. I really don't know. But I met my wife online in 1991, and this was the old days of being online when you didn't have colors, you didn't have pictures, you just had black and white letters. That's all it was. And most of the time, you figured you were never going to meet them. I didn't think I was going to meet her, so I lied. 7'5", blonde hair, blue eyes. I'm so well endowed, I'm not even using my fingers to type. Then I hit 3 keys in a row and she types back, "I'll bet you're a fat little Jew." I'm looking around for a camera to see if Ashton Kutcher's in the other room and I'm being punked. So she drove out to my house. That time I was living at the beach in Playa del Rey. She drove out to my house and she was there, I don't know, maybe 8 minutes, and we were in the bedroom. And it was just wonderful. We spent all this time together. She had a magic trick, and I don't know how many will get this. She could do this. Okay, this is a movement with a certain set of muscles. Okay, I thought I was too obscure. Ladies, you can explain it to the guys. If you get a woman who can do this, let's put it like this, you don't have to move, okay? It's like a built-in milking machine. And so, my brain fell in love with her, the small one, and this one. And we started dating, and she has very large breasts. And I'm not complaining because nobody really complains about large breasts. You mentioned breasts. We all love breasts. We all look at breasts. I don't care if you're a man, you're a woman, you're in between. It doesn't matter who you are. You're going to look as breasts walk by, and you're going to look at the big ones. You know why? Because the first meal we get comes from a titty 5 times the size of our head. So we grow up thinking that's the way it's supposed to be. And guys always like, "Oh honey, I don't care that you don't have large breasts." It's bullshit. You can be married to a man for 5 minutes, you walk out of the church, a woman with large breasts will walk by, his head will spin around to look at him. And that's all he'll see. You can even say, "Did she have nice eyes?" He'll go, "Eyes." "Did she have eyes?" "She had big hooters, I saw those." Woo-hoo! Because men are pigs, we really are. You women know this. You take advantage of us all the time because, see, we're one-dimensional. We will look at you, we will look at a woman based on a physical attribute, whether it's your nose, your lips, your head, your teeth, your feet, your ankles, your ears, a nostril, something physical. We decide we want to sleep with you. Women are on the other end of the spectrum. They're intelligent. They want a guy with a brain. They'll at least walk up to a guy and say, "Can you talk?" Whereas half the time the guys are trying to make it so that you can't talk, if you get what I'm saying. But yeah, big breasts, that's the thing. Everybody wants big breasts. Women look at them. And my wife's breasts are so big that she will bend over a table and dust without wanting to. Her breasts are so big, she has smaller breasts orbiting around them. Her breasts are so big, there are actually 2 comedians in Los Angeles doing jokes about how big my wife's breasts are. And they're legendary. I mean, I've been married for 21 years. All the comics in LA know about my wife's breasts. And they've all heard, you know, some of them seen them, some of them met her, you know. But I had a friend, I was out of town, I was in New Orleans for a week, and I called him, I said, listen, can you take some money to my house for my wife? He said, sure. So he runs the money over, and I called him about an hour later, and I said, did you drop the money? He said, yeah. I said, well, I'll bring it to you this weekend. And this shows you how deep men are. He said, no, you don't have to pay me back. It was worth it to see the tits. Yeah, so you women, I don't know how the hell you fuck us, because I wouldn't do it. We are disgusting. But you take advantage. You dress your breasts up. You know that we're looking at them. You lift them up, you squeeze them together, you push them out, you unbutton your shirt down to the little hair hanging out there, and then when we look at them, you get pissed off. Right? Every time you look, what do they do? What are you looking at? Looking at them. Why are you looking at them? They were just looking at me. Why are you advertising when I can't look at them? That's the way you're. Don't look. Well, they get it. Guys are not like this. If a man's walking around with his dick hanging out, he wants you to look at it. And what's really weird is we don't even look at the breast. You know, we look at the guys will tell you, we don't look at the breast, we look at the cleavage. We look at the space in between the breasts. The negative space that doesn't even exist. You can be flat as a board, you put a black line down there, guys will go, hey, she got nice cleavage. No tits, but she got nice cleavage. That's the way we are. They want big ones. They want big ones. Thank God women are not concerned with size, right, ladies? Oh, I forgot where I was. I'm sorry, a couple hose monsters in the background there. They like a salami down the old hallway. That's a little bit too much for me. I've always been afraid to have sex with a woman who needs a large one. I've been afraid I put it in and a hand would grab the end of it. You know? Oh, what's that? My first husband, he came and never went. No, thank you very much. Yes, we were married 21 years. Something I found out after 6 months of dating her is that she had 3 children from previous relationships. I didn't know that until I went to her house one day and I walked in, there's a guy sitting on the couch and 3 little kids running around. And I said, who are these kids? And she said, oh, I forgot to tell you. I have kids. And all of a sudden I heard, which was my ass jumping off the couch trying to get out the fucking door. Because lady guys will tell you this, you've heard it, men do not want to get involved with a woman that has children. You know how they have baggage? My wife owns Samsonite, I swear to God. So she had 3 kids, they moved in with me, I fell in love with them. At the time they were 1, 6, and 7. I fell in love with them, they were good looking kids, they were smart, they didn't resemble me at all. I figured these are the kids I should raise. That's safe, because I didn't want kids, because there's a law in LA about trolls reproducing. I'll tell you when it's a fucking joke. And so we got married, we lived together for a while, and I started going back out on the road. And she said, I want you to stay home, I want you to be a real good father of the kids. I said, okay. And now the kids are grown, now they're 27, 26, 21. And the weirdest thing that came along was a little over 7 years ago. My wife takes me in the bedroom and says to me, listen, I got some good news or bad news. I went, this is not good. There is no good or bad. It's always bad. She goes, well, I have to tell you this. I said, what? She says, I'm pregnant. Same reaction I had. I just sat there and stared. And like the asshole I am, I said, any idea who the father is? Yeah, she didn't laugh either. See, I didn't think I could get her pregnant because of my age. I didn't think I had anything left inside of me except dust. You know what I mean? When I masturbate, nothing but air comes out. That's all there is. Okay, not to turn the ceiling fan, but that's all there is. And she was on the pill. She was taking the pill when she got pregnant. So obviously, I have a very large ego, if you know what I'm talking about. You know, down here it's only 3 inches, but most women don't like it that thick. Ones that do usually go up and then up. That's how you can tell. Yeah. A lot of comics get up talking about how big their dicks are, and I'm sure you ladies are tired of hearing guys tell you how big their dicks are, because you know they're always lying. Mine, I go the other direction. I say I have the normal 14 inches, just like all the other guys that write in the Penthouse and Playboy magazine. You know what I mean? You're not in the forum. They always say, I have the normal 14 inches of man, but I can't find anyone to accommodate me. What should I do? And they read back things like, buy a horse, get a vacuum cleaner. You know why these guys have 14 inches? Very simple. They measure from the asshole. So theoretically, a guy can be as big as he wants, depending upon how big an asshole he really is. So now I have a little baby. I have a 7-year-old daughter, absolutely gorgeous. Her name's Bella. She's all over my website. You can see her on there. She sings. She's actually doing stand-up comedy with me. She started about 2 months ago writing her own jokes. And last Friday, she got up at the Marina Yacht Club, and she said, "Dad, I'm going to wing it tonight." She actually got up and did her jokes without a cheat sheet. And I was like so happy for her. I mean, when your kid does something that's what you do, it makes you happy. Like, I remember the first time she did stand-up, I taped the show, and I taped her. And then when I went up and headlined, and she taped me, and when I got off, she said, "Dad, you did 22, and I said 22 minutes, and she goes, "No, 22 seconds, you idiot." Thanks, honey, I love you too. See, now that she's developed this comic mentality, she's a smartass, and it's a problem. She's pretty good with it, but one night we were sitting in Baskin Robbins, and she wrote 3 jokes while eating an ice cream cone. And she goes, "Hey, Dad, I wrote 3 jokes over ice cream. That's more than you wrote all year, isn't it?" And I looked at her, I said, "You want to wear your ice cream, you little bitch?" And she goes, "Hey, I'm not mommy." Yeah, so she's the best. She's so cool. She's so smart. Yeah, well, I remember when she was 5 years old, I came walking out of the bathroom. This is why they say you gotta watch what you say around kids. Almost knocked her over at night. She goes, "Dad, you scared the crap out of me." And I went, "Honey, you can't say that." "Crap's a bad word." "Yeah, don't say it." "Hey, you scared the fuck out of me." "Please don't say that." "You scared the shit out of me." "Don't say that either." "Motherfucker, baby, please don't say these words." "Why not?" "Because you're a little girl." "So I can't say them." "No, you can't say them." "Well, what am I supposed to do?" "You just don't say the word." "Oh, I forgot. You're a comedian. You can say whatever you want." "Yeah. And I just walked out of the room. You don't argue when they're right. But she's great. She's the best. But actually, my wife and I broke up about a year and a half ago. Things were not going well. She got a little crazy and got into prescription drugs. Boy, that doesn't happen very often in LA. She was on this drug. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's called Vicodin. Let me tell you how popular Vicodin is. You can be in any restaurant, any office, and you pop open a bottle of Excedrin. Everybody in the room would go, "Is that Vicodin?" I was on Vicodin myself. About 4 years ago, I had my hip replaced. Got arthritis, and they replaced my hip. And it wasn't fun. It was kind of weird. I went in, the doctor says, "We're going to give you an epidural." Yeah, an epidural. I was thinking episiotomy, but that wouldn't be right for me. Says, "We're going to give you a needle, and we're going to stick it in your spine, and that's going to numb everything." I said, "Well, isn't that going to hurt?" He goes, "Yeah, it's going to hurt." I go, "What? Don't laugh. You're going to give me this big needle." I said, "Well, can you numb me a little bit?" He said, "Well, like what?" I said, "Well, can we like break up some Vicodin and get it ready?" He said, "Well, we're going to give you a catheter first." I went, whoa. So I'm getting a needle, and you're going to shove a tube in my dick? Wait a minute. And he goes, "Yeah, that's what we're going to do." "Will you stop laughing at this shit?" I said, how about we do this? How about we take a Vicodin, we crush it up, put it in water, and I dip my penis in that? He goes, "No, that wouldn't work." I go, "Okay, how about we take a needle, fill it up with Novocaine, just shoot that into my penis?" He goes, "We don't have needles that small." I went, "You're a prick, you know that? You're an absolute prick." So before that, I was taking Vicodin. I was taking about 20 to 30 a day because of the pain. Yeah, and I got to the point where I couldn't feel anything. I didn't know if I was going to the bathroom. Now, this sounds great, but it wasn't that great because I was eating prop one night, talking to a big producer, and he's talking to me, and he looks down and he goes, "Hey, what are you doing down there?" I went, "I think I'm peeing, I gotta go." Thank you very much. So now I don't do them anymore. I stopped that. I don't drink alcohol. I actually stopped drinking alcohol in 74. And that's the year I started doing comedy. It's kind of weird. I started comedy before most of your parents were even alive. Isn't that weird? See, I'm 61 years old. Could you believe that? It's unbelievable. I'm 61, and I can do this. Enjoy your diets. You won't be eating for weeks after that. All right, did you put a good tip on there? You're generous, or? Yeah, because you're tipper, because you know, we're German bitches. But, no, I should say that. I married a German girl. And I'm a Jew. Any other Jews here? Didn't think so. No, where are you going? I'm going to the German restaurant. Really? How are you leaving? I'm not doing that. No, no, it's a good place. Food's very good. I don't care about I don't judge people on their past or what they've done. I'm the type of person, I judge people on how you treat me right now. That's the way I look at it. You guys are all cool, except for the 2 bitches in the front who won't stop talking. But otherwise, you guys are... No, you go ahead. I know you got big plans later, and I hope you're both very happy together. And are you girls lesbians? No? All right, you like dick? All right, come on up here. I want to show you a little trick right now. No, I would spoil you. I really would. You know the old saying, once you go black, you never go back? My joke is once you go Jew, you buy something new. And I like lesbians. Lesbians and me eat the same things. So, I love the way the laughs are like one here, one here. You're not working as a group at all. That's important. They've been fucking with you, the judges table over here. What made you decide to sit on the side? You just didn't want to sit with them? Is that it? Is the guy with the hood. He won't take his fucking hood off. He's in here. What is it, 300 degrees below zero? Will you pull your fucking hood from front? Are you afraid of being recognized? Is that it? Oh, wait, you got Eagles hat on. You like Philadelphia? I'm from Philly. Yeah. Hey, how you doing? What's up? Hey! That's Philadelphia. That's what my mother used to do all the time. I remember my mom always used to have words she would say to my girlfriends. Her favorite line was, keep your tongue down, head back, and breathe through your nose. That was one of the things my mother taught my girlfriends. I love doing jokes and watching you guys figure this stuff out. And in case you haven't noticed, I have no fucking act. About 13 years ago, I stopped writing jokes because this is my life. Now I'm at a point where I like grossing a crowd out. I like to say things where the whole group goes, do. Give you an example, there are tampons for women in a hurry. Have you heard about these? They come with a shooting applicator, and they're called tampoons. You get condoms with ribs. I think that's great because I'm always hungry after sex. Sauce is a little runny. That's what I was waiting for. About 6 months ago, a friend of mine said, I want you to get up there and write the sickest joke. So here's the joke, right? And you can do this to your friends, but you gotta have somebody in particular. You go, you ever been masturbating on your mother's pillow? And all of a sudden, she opens her eyes. Well, your mom said to say hi. And you always gotta do that. Here's something else you can do to really fuck with people. You ever have friends that you think they do something, they think they're great, they're really proud of themselves, they got a big ego. All you gotta do is go up and go, hey, that was really good for you. And they go, thank you. What the fuck did that mean? I love doing stuff like that. But this is nice being down here. I live out in the valley. I'm all the way out in Van Nuys, which is kind of a weird place. Good place if you're looking for furniture. You just pull over on any fucking corner and there's a couch there. But so it was a long drive coming out here, but I heard this was a great room. This is nice. Here, Rico. Rico is the man that put the show together for you. It's going to be a good show. You're going to have a good time. Well, Dios no puede ser una gringo. I thought that was going to be a lot funnier as it was coming out, but I'm going to say it. So this is what I do. I've been doing this, like I said, I've been doing this 36 years. Last night I got an award for my video. I was at the Laugh Factory. Yeah, kind of weird. I had to follow Dane Cook. What a putz. And, but I guess his career's doing okay. I got an award for my new viral video. It's called Drinking Beer and Smoking Cigarettes. You need to look this up. Came out on March 6th. It now has 960,000 hits. Almost 1 million in 4 weeks. And I play this weird character, who drinks beer and smokes cigarettes. It's by a guy named John Lishwa. He has a video, I don't know if you've heard of it. It's called Show Me Your Genitals. Have you seen this video? You gotta see it. It's just started. Guy's got 51 million hits. And he called me up and said, listen, I want you to be in my video. Would you consider? I said, hey, Mr. 51 million, fuck you, of course I'll do it. So it's playing in clubs, and now they're doing a karaoke song of it, and it was so weird. I was in a Rouse, and a guy in a suit walks up to me, an older guy, like my age, so, you know, real close to death, comes walking up to me in a suit, and he's drunk as shit, and he just stinks. He comes up and goes, hey, you're the beer and cigarettes guy. You know, and I go, hello? Meanwhile, I felt like I was going to vomit from the alcohol. And I said, yeah, that's me, man. You need to drink more and smoke a lot more because you have no fucking reason to live. I got to get some fruit. Oh, man. But I love traveling. I'm getting ready to go on the road again. A little nervous. I got to go work in Alabama. Anybody from Alabama? Yeah, they're not smart enough to raise their hands down there. Alabama is a lot of inbreeding. I've met people who are their own parents. Down there, not only can you sleep with a man's sister without pissing him off, he'll thank you for the night off. That's what it's like down there. Yeah. And they don't have that accent in the South. They go, hi, Harry. Or Where are you going? They all talk slow. We talk fast out here because we have things to do. Down there, they talk slow, they walk slow, they drive slow because they know they live in hell. There's no reason to hurry up for any of them. So getting ready, I got to fly. I haven't flown in about 6 months, so I'm starting to get a little apprehensive. I think everybody gets nervous when they fly. I don't care who you are. When that plane takes off, and when it touches down, you hear that little, doesn't your butt pucker up just a little bit? You go, please don't do 2 of those in a row. Just one. I don't care if the plane is a squirter. I don't want to hear it. That'd be great if it just sort of spraying all over the airport. That'd be great. Hey, we got a squirter plane here. Yeah, but even the pilots are nervous now. A lot of them are still drinking when they take off. Yeah, you can tell when your pilot's had too much to drink when he gets on the air going, good morning, good evening, hi. This is your pilot. My name is Robert, and I'll be flying this bucket of nuts at an altitude of 30,000 feet. What? 35,000 feet. What? All right, really fucking high. And we should be arriving in about an hour and a half to 5 hours if we're lucky. So just sit back and what are you screaming about, man? Just relax. Just chill out. Just shut up. I'll ask him. We're wondering if you could do us a favor and look out the left side of the plane at the ground and see if anything looks familiar. Because we're lost. So sit back and what? Where'd you get the joint, man? I'm already fucked up. Yeah, who's gonna know? Okay, lock the door. I need a light. Jody, let go of the wheel for a minute. Give me a light, man. Yes, so sit back and enjoy the flight, dudes. We're stopping off in Tijuana. So I'm guessing by your response, we do have some marijuana smokers out there. If you ever smoke pot, go, what? Just because the cops here, you got your license. Okay. How many people here have extra marijuana, or am I going to have to get it from the cop personally? Because they usually. Yeah, I admit that I do smoke occasionally. I had to stop about an hour ago, and. Now it's legal, you can get it almost everywhere. Every corner's got a dispensary with dumb names. Happy Medical, there's a Wellgreens, there's, Coochie Kush, that's a good one. I want to go, can I get a little Coochie Kush? Yeah, chick like a giant, come on in here. And people smoke pot and they think they're cool, but you're not. If you smoke too much, you'll do stupid things. Like you'll smoke a bunch of joints with a bunch of friends, sit around and stare at the TV for like 8-9 hours. Eventually somebody leans forward and says, hey, what are we watching? Somebody else will go, I don't know, let me turn on the television. You ever drive home from a party with a bunch of friends in the car, pull up the stop sign and wait for it to turn green? Never smoke a joint and go food shopping. Look at half the room's going, yep, I've done that, yep. I did this once, I spent $135 and all I got was butter. You guys leaving? All right, man. Take care. Be careful. All right. Going out for a quickie? Yeah. All right. Are you done yet? Yeah, my age, I'm happy if I can get out of my pants, but no, I've been very lucky with that. I was worried. I'm 61 years old. I'm out every single night. If I'm not doing comedy, I'm out doing karaoke. I hang out with people like your age. My oldest friend is 32 years old. I took her with me to the LA Comedy Awards last night. And I'm just out partying all the time. I don't know what it is. I think part of me is just refusing to accept my age. I'm 61 years old. I got all my hair. Fuck you bald guys. And it shows you how insecure God. Do you know who the guys are who tell me that I have good hair and hate me for it? It's the tall, bald fuckers. They're the ones, hey, you want to color your hair? Yeah, you want to grow some, fucker. All right. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm just having a great time. I love to dance and get down. In fact, I think I'm going to close with some music. Rico, where are we at time-wise?
5.
5 minutes? All right. Just see if you can get this to disc 3 and track 5. Sit down. By the way, one more time, let's hear it for Rico. Look at he's dressed up. He's shaved. Look at the shoes. Look at the fucking polish on the shoes. You know, and I'm so glad to be working here because I'm getting like 50% of the door, right? That's it right now. 60%. Wow, you guys are fast. Did you go out for hit a pot? No. Damn, all right. That's it. And you've heard this song by Casey Elfin. I thought I'd get up and end with a rap. People say you can't do it. Even Rico said that crap. He said, I'll go and sit down, but don't talk about my shoes. I said, I'm going to get up and make it up. I can't lose. The guy with the hood honk got his hands all crossed. He said, you're fucking with me, man. Your waters are crossed. I almost took the hat off. It's an Eagles hat. I'm trying to do it, maybe P-H-A-T fat. Cause it ain't no risk for the wicked. Money don't grow on trees. I came down here now on 200 thinking money, and I thought I'd see what I could see. I picked on the 2 girls, said you were lesbian, but I can see you're really not. You slipped down in your chair, you got your flippies on. You girls both are hot. She laughed, the guy just clapped. I'm up here trying to do it and I don't go too fast. Sometimes I get so busy cause my brain is so busy. I get up here and I go right into it dizzy. I could be singing about the mirror ball. All the 3 judges sitting over here to the wall. The one on the end's got his hands on his chest. He says, go ahead motherfucker, give me your very best. But the ain't no don't grow on trees. I got bills to pay, I got mouths to feed, and there ain't nothing in the world that's free. We're down here at the old German restaurant. I think I'm the only Jew. What the fuck? I came down here tonight. I thought I'd do a show for you. Here's some stuff, it's over in a bag. I don't know what's laying in right there. A lot of you people are saying it's really late, Parker. Hurry up, because we want to get the fuck out of there. We got shit to do and some drinking for you, and now he comes walking back in alone. What the fuck were you doing out there, man? Like I suggested, were you smoking a bone? Maybe not. He's sitting right down. I'm going to do it, take it to the top and bring it on down. I really don't know what I'll say. I really don't even care what I do. I'm just trying to make up the shit, though I am old and white and it's you. Because there ain't no rest for the wicked. Money don't grow on trees. I can plug this shit. I got something to sell. Hey, $10 for my DVDs. You'll see me do a strip, my TV shows, and my daughter too. I got all this stuff for my sale. Thank God you were here, because with the cops sitting there, the shit said I'd need bail. You guys are great. Thanks for being here.
One more time for our headline tonight. Give it up for all our comments tonight, guys. Give yourself a big round of applause. Come on, give yourself. Remember, we are here every Wednesday from 7:30.